The ultimate cold call flow. So how do you convert your cold calls into meetings, into conversations, into deals? Well, there are a few steps we need to follow. Step 1 is you need to have what they call an opening. And there are several theories what to do. So I have my good colleague and he always will ask, do you have time? I'm against this. I don't like it because if somebody picks up, it means they give you time. So I would jump straight in. There's another technique that says, hey, am I talking to? I would never recommend you that because I understand you want them to say yes to make it relevant, but I smell sales from a mile away. So when people sell me electricity, chisels, then they do this. Hi, am I talking to Michael Humblet? Yeah, so don't do it. So what I do is I do something else. I just dive straight in. I say hi, and then I need to build something like a referral. You have to explain where you got their name, where you found who they are. Referrals can be as easy as saying, hey, I've seen you're on that list, I've read an article about you, I've seen this, I've seen that, but you need to give some type of referral because it makes it relevant. Next step after the referral is you have to validate the context. You have to ask a question and you have to figure out if you're actually in the right spot to talk about a certain problem. After the validation, you actually have to identify the problem. And what you do there is you'll have to actually say, hey, is this the case? Do you have that problem? And you have to validate it because if they then say yes, well, the next step is going to be very easy. If they say no, you are not phoning on the right moment. It means the prospect is not ready to buy yet. It's way too early. So once you've identified the problem, you actually look at the impact of this problem. And that is where sales starts happening because that creates unrest. That creates the effect of people thinking, I got to do something because it's costing me money, or this can be way faster, or my competitor is doing it way better than I. It doesn't always need to be that complicated. And then you help them. Helping can be done by inspiring them, by educating them, by giving a use case. You know why some salespeople sell way better than others? Because they tell stories. I've seen this and this is how we've solved it. You basically don't push the sales. You explain how to do it, how they could solve it themselves because they need you to help them, right? And then you, in this conversation, you validate your USPs. I give you an example. If I'm selling a content machine, I'll say at that stage, you also need a lot of volume. Volume is the game changer. You need to make a lot of content, right? And that is where they'll say, yeah, it's hard actually to be consistent. Yeah, if I look at my competitors, I never see them doing it. What I just did is I validated my USPs. I made myself unique. And then you wrap up by doing the close, and the close should be the next meeting, the email, whatever you want to do, the action. In most cases, I would try and avoid to just send an email. No, I would really try to meet somebody online physically. You need to get them to talk again to you. If you follow this framework, I'm pretty sure you will get way better closing on those difficult cold calls.